where taking your aggression out on your opponent is perfectly fine, as long as that opponent is a military-grade, fully weaponized robot of mass destruction not exceeding 250 pounds. I'm Chris Rose, here with the man who has finally learned to control his anger, UFC legend and our analyst, Kenny Florian.
Chris, I'm a man of peace now. These arms are only for hugs.
Ah, that is so sweet. Well, we won't see any hugging tonight, as we've got some new blood and returning favorites, all looking for their first win of the season.
For tonight's spots, their battle to the top begins right now. It's time for some full metal carnage.
All right, let's get to our fight card. We've got a handful of brand new bots ready to leave their mark in the box tonight.
That's right, 4 rookie bots brandishing 4 terrifying weapons. Tracer looks to break in its deadly vertical spinner, while the aptly named grappler Claw Viper faces off against fellow newbie Hijinks. One of 2 new horizontal spinners here tonight, alongside Perfect Phoenix, driven by Tyler Wynn. And at just 11 years old, we've heard Tyler has the potential to be one of the better drivers in the competition and is a disciple of the King of Chaos himself, Ray Billings.
And if you like big bots, and who doesn't, boy, do we have a supersized matchup for you. It's the return of an even taller mammoth taking on fan favorite Huge. A true clash of the titans that has us wondering, how are they both going to fit in the box?
It literally couldn't get any bigger.
And in our main event, it's last season's runner-up, Witch Doctor and Andrea Galately, who hopes to finish the job and finally take home the giant nut. But on the path to potential victory, their first step is quite a doozy.
A doozy is right, Chris. They're up against the Waiachi clan's fearsome flipper Hydra, a second-year bot that already took the scene by storm when they literally tossed the legendary Bronco aside to claim their throne as current king of the flippers.
That's all coming up later tonight. But right now, let's kick things off with some style. After a hiatus from robot combat, the toughest nails Chuck Pitzer is back with his bot, Ghost Raptor, looking to shake off the rust against shiny second-year hammer bot, Shatter. The night is gonna be all out insane. Farouk, let's fire this baby up.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! Blue square! Pooh! Did I scare you? I'm just trying to prepare you for a terrifying apparition. Here to win the war of attrition. You can't look away even though you're aghast. It's back, the ghost of BattleBots past. It's Ghost Raptor!
There he is, Chuck Pitzer and Ghost Raptor, all the way back in Season 1, a surprise semifinalist after a notable victory over Ice Wave. The next year, he got pounded by Razorback and hasn't competed since.
That's right, Chuck is an emotional guy who fights with his heart on his sleeve. It was actually his teammates who convinced him to dust off his controller and come back for another season. We know he's dangerous, so I'm curious to see how he comes out here tonight.
In the red square, this bot is from Brooklyn, home of the Jigga, baby. And his hammer will drop beats like his name was Jay-Z. Hammer, axe, spike, whatever you're calling them, you've got 99 problems, and this bot is all of them. It's Shatter!
There's Adam Wrigley and his shimmering hammerbot Shatter. Last year, bringing more bark than bite with a 2-2 record. Now he's back and ready to get down to business, Kenny.
He absolutely is, Chris. Adam was disappointed in his showing last season, and he's on a mission to prove that he's more than just a pretty bot. They've brought back that ablative armor, which is designed to shear off the bot while absorbing incoming kinetic energy.
my first time back. In some ways, I feel like a stranger. In some ways, I feel like I'm coming home. The robot that you're seeing today fight is not the same robot, really, that fought, you know, back in Season 1 and Season 2. In order for Shatter to get a good shot at me, he's got to go through the weapon. But if he does hit me and I'm spun up, he's going to pay for it. So I think it'll do pretty well.
Ghost Raptor is an interesting robot because it's a horizontal spinner that can adjust the height that it hits at. We're just going to jam the hammer into their weapon. So if you've ever seen someone jam a twig into someone's bicycle wheel, that's what we're going to try and do with their bar and our hammer. We really want to come out the gate with a win, and a win against Ghost Raptor, you know, a legacy team from the original run of BattleBots, that would be huge.
Robots activate. All right, time now to check in with Peter Abramson, our all-knowing bot whisperer. Peter, what's going on with this fight?
I'm really torn because there's two bots in here that I love both of. Ghost Raptor being driven by Chuck, he's really brought what looks like a pretty beefy bot this time. It could probably deliver a pretty good punch. And then he's going against Shatter, who's got Omni wheels that allow it to not only roll in the direction that a wheel normally goes, but to track sideways and really aim that hammer. So this is going to be a fun fight.
Fire.
The 2020 season continues, and oh, Shatter tests that hammer. Some of their ablative armor falls off. Of course, that's all by design, as we see Adam Wrigley getting a little chuckle. Who's going to clean that up?
Go!
Adam Wrigley, ready and set. Let the bot battle begin!
There goes that horizontal spinner from Ghost Raptor.
Oh! Shatter drops the hammer! A shot to the top of Ghost Raptor! Now Ghost Raptor looking to take Shatter for a ride. Adam Wrigley's bot firing away here at the start of the fight, landing a series of blows.
Shatter, the aggressor here in the opening minute of this fight, Chris. Did Ghost Raptor suffer some damage to that primary weapon in those exchanges? That spinner looks like it may have gone down.
Shatter just refusing to let up with that hammer. These are violent swings. Well, there's a big piece of Shatter that has already come off.
And now that Ghost Raptor seems to have lost that primary weapon, Chris, Chuck Pitzer is faced with trying to win a control battle here.
You can see Ghost Raptor trying to use the battle box to its advantage. Once again, it's been 4 years since we saw this bot in competition. Ah, there you go. There's a shot. Shatter playing a little possum there. Now Ghost Raptor looking to find some space to breathe.
Right now, Chris, the difference is the driving of Chuck Pitzer. I think the speed of Ghost Raptor giving Shatter a lot of problems out there. Uh-oh, some smoke coming from Ghost Raptor right now.
That is not a good sign. Closing in on 90 seconds left.
I saw fire.
Uh-oh, now some fire.
And once again, we have flames inside the battle box. Ghost Raptor in serious trouble, but oh, Shatter also seems to be incapacitated, Kenny.
Wow.
After a back-and-forth fight, could we now be headed for a double KO?
Can you show me any kind of movement?
No! Shatter wiggles free! Ghost Raptor still not moving!
Ghost Raptor,
Can
I
Team
gotta see
Shatter
some
draw
movement.
the
I'm not seeing any
countdown?
movement on you.
I think that's gonna be it.
10,
And there it is! The countdown has begun!
6, 5,
Shatter will be able to celebrate its first win of the year.
1, Ghost Raptor is knocked out! Shatter!
And after a 4-year hiatus, it is Heartbreak City for Chuck Pitzer in his return to the battle box. Kenny, this thing basically ended after 10 or 15 seconds of 2 critical hits.
Yeah, but give some credit to Ghost Raptor. In his first fight back, Chuck never said die. He lost his primary weapon early, but he got in there with that lifter and stayed in the fight.
But that hammer of Shatter came to work. Adam Wrigley landing blow after blow after blow. Ghost Raptor eventually caught fire. For a moment, both bots looked like they were cooked. But Shatter managed to find its legs and secure the victory in its 2020 debut. Adam Wrigley, turn around. Yeah, you're all smiles.
Woo!
How you feeling out there?
Pretty good, pretty good. Most of the upgrades were working pretty good, so it looked nice.
Adam, there was a huge hit early on. It was either the first or second one. Do you think that's where the match turned?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were trying to do. We wanted to come out, jam that weapon up, make a big explosion. We thought their weapon was kind of directly linked, not a lot of shock mounting in between the motor and the weapon bar, so if we could get in there, get that big impact, something would blow up inside. Seems like that's what happened. Yeah, we were pretty excited with that.
There are some nice hits from both bots there. It seemed like it came down to durability. Are you pleased with the durability of your bot?
We're going to take a look at some things. I thought it was going a little slow at the end there, and we don't want that to happen. I want to be driving fast the whole match, so we're going to take it apart, find out what was slowing us down. But I'm happy the hammer worked the whole time. I'm happy we could take those hits, dish them out, and I thought it looked good.
I know you got long hair. You can go let your hair down now after your win. No, really. Can you let your hair down?
It's pulling a little tight. You want, maybe if we win a few more, I'll take my hair down.
Oh, you're going to tease us like
Yeah.
that. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, Adam Wrigley and Shatter, congratulations.
Thank you.
He's got the hair, he's got the confidence, and now he's got his first win, Kenny.
Yeah, well, listen, I think he's pretty confident from last season. What he did out there, I think he's definitely a team to watch.
And for our friend Chuck Pitzer and Ghost Raptor, it's not the start they were looking for, but it's great to know they are back in action. All right, coming up, things are getting sketchy. Tracer takes on the mean green fighting machine, Ribot. And later tonight, it's the Battle of the Beasts. Mammoth takes on Huge. Let's take a closer look.
It's huge.
Oh!
It's Mammoth.
Oh!
Yeah, we got him! Huge and Mammoth are both such unique robots,
Huge really throwing his weight around.
simply because no one's faced something like them before.
Huge is lighting up the weapon.
When the two of them come together,
Oh!
nobody knows what's gonna happen.
Holy smokes!
We look at the robots, we don't know what we're gonna hit.
Mammoth on the attack.
We don't know what we can reach.
Foxtrot's caught in there.
But we don't know how the other one works.
Put him out of his misery.
And we're not prepared for each other.
Hit him, hit him. Yeah! We are back on BattleBots Fight Night, and we are just getting started with tonight's heavy-hitting fight card. Right now, it's the return of the crew from WPI, Ribot, who'll be facing off against rookie bot Tracer. And let's start with Tracer. We've got Jason Woods. He is the captain of Tracer, a first-time captain here at BattleBots, looking to make a splash in his debut fight. He's bringing some heat with a mean-looking vertical spinner. And a lot of people in the pits better be careful, because this guy can fight.
He can for sure, and even though he's driving an untested bot, a lot of people believe he's one of the dark horses in this tournament.
Last year, a new robot to the fight was Ribot, captained by David Jin. Of course, they're all the kids from WPI. He actually just got his degree, had a solid first season at 3-3, but they have higher hopes for this season. How do you like these guys, Kenny?
Well, I tell you what, they're proof that you can really do a lot of damage and be successful in your very first season in BattleBots if you do things right. They're coming into their second season with a wealth of experience and a whole lot to prove. So look out for these guys as well.
By the way, David Jin did graduate. There's a few team members that are taking quizzes and have a proctor here during the tournament. Can you help them study? Or
No.
No, me neither. Farouk, it's all yours.
In the blue square, from Gold River, California, it's Tracer.
36-year-old Jason Woods, he said, you better look out because my bot can definitely take a punch.
That's right. He's confident that his bot is one of the sturdiest built bots in the field, and you better believe he has full faith in that 50-pound vertical spinner on offense. What a good-looking bot.
In the red square, from Worcester, Mass, Ribot.
Kenny, where did the foam frog legs go?
Yeah, they had to switch things up. It was really messy in the battle box last season, and I had to clean it up, so I didn't want any part of that.
And they've got their choice of 4 weapons they're going with.
The undercutter, you see that red undercutter right there? They're gonna look to try to attack the back of Tracer and try to get to the wheels.
That was a good one.
It's funny, in years past, they were always the fun team. They got their robot foam sprayed everywhere, but make no mistake, we were sneaking on them in the box last night, and that thing is fired up. It's gonna be kind of a full frontal attack, not a lot of jujitsu going on. We got a lot of armor and a pretty scary weapon, so I'm glad I'm driving ours. If everything works as it should be pretty invulnerable.
It'd be really great for our morale and our momentum going into the rest of the season if we can get a win against Tracer. Because we're a horizontal spinner, we don't have any gyroscopic precession, which means that our robot is at its maximum maneuverability. If we can get Tracer to the middle of the arena, then we'll be able to hopefully drive circles around them and pick and choose when to hit them. We're expecting to see a lot of sparks this match.
Robots activate.
Tracer looks ready to go. He's also going to use a mini bot called Clean Cut, which looks like a little vacuum out there. Weapons firing. Oh, big head-on collision right out of the gate. And look out, Ribbon throws a wheel, but right back in and Tracer's on its back. The frog is alive. Now going after the mini-bot. Oh, yeah. Kenny, Tracer has no self-righting mechanism. Can it get that weapon kicked back and flip itself over?
If not, it's game
Tracer,
over.
I'm counting you out in 10.
Oh, the countdown has already started. No.
Tracer still spinning those wheels in desperation.
4, 3,
That's gonna do it.
2, 1. Tracer is knocked out. Winner, Ribbon!
An unbelievable job by Ribbon and the kids from WPI.
My goodness.
How's this for a welcoming to BattleBots?
Kenny, Tracer's plan was to box rush Ribbot and go weapon to weapon, which looked like a great idea for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, there's nothing like that first hit to get you into the fight, and clearly Ribbot woke up after that, wheeling around to deliver a one-and-done strike, and without any kind of self-righting mechanism, Tracer didn't have a hope.
And just like my old grandpappy used to tell me, if you want to win in the battle box, you've got to be able to self-right.
He's got a guy on him. Chris has got a guy on him.
David Jin, is that exactly the way you thought it would go?
Not entirely. They're a little more mobile than I was hoping, but we got a bit of a bad hit on the first one, but the second hit was great. I mean, they were fast. We wanted to go around them, but I don't think that was going to happen, so we decided to go to the backup plan, which was straight for the weapon.
You know, this season you said confidence was going to be big for you guys. How confident are you right now?
I think we feel pretty good. Do we feel pretty good? Yeah!
All right, well, I don't want to be the downer. David, you've already graduated. Ryan, let's see the wide shot real quick here. Raise your hands, guys, if you have a quiz or an exam coming up in the next week or so.
Oh, man.
Man, raise your hand if you want Kenny's help preparing.
Oh, okay, all right. See? They like me, Chris.
That's not...
I
Guys,
can't help you, but they like me.
just remember, guys, Kenny's not a judge. He's just a broadcaster. You don't have to brown nose him. Best of luck in the exams, and David Jin and Team Ribbot, best of luck in the future. Thanks for the time. All right, coming up, it's the battle of the mythical beasts as Black Dragon takes on Kraken. But first, let's check in with Jenny Taft, who caught up with Black Dragon earlier tonight.
Black Dragon just stalking his prey.
Well, safe to say, Gabriel, Black Dragon came prepared for this season of BattleBots. What's new about the robot?
When the season ended last year, we we lost to Lockjaw in a tough match.
Oh, this is total domination by Lockjaw right now.
But we start to think about what we could do to win the Giant Nut.
Well, it seems like you've been doing more than thinking with everything you've got here. Tell me about a few of these.
So this is the lightest wedge that we have. We use it against somewhat like cracking because we don't need a lot of protection in our front.
True.
So this wedge can go underneath them and use armor and other things in the top. The other wedge, we designed it because we lost against Lockjaw last season. So we need something that can have this protection up front and have something to go underneath them. This other one, we had some gas after the fight against Captain Shadowrator.
Oh! Direct hit! Wow!
We did not manage to get good hits with our weapon. So we designed this one so we can expose more our weapon facing shell spinners. So we have different options for different robots to go against, I think, every bot. We came more prepared, so Black Dragon is like...
You're going for the nut.
Yeah, it's just been for us.
So good to catch up, Gabriel. I know you guys have to get back to work, but to be honest, you look very prepared.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
What a performance from Black Dragon! All right, thank you, Jenny. You gotta love the enthusiasm Black Dragon brings to the pits. They'll step inside the battle box to face Kraken next. And all roads lead to our main event. Furious Flipper Hydra takes on last year's runner-up, Witch Doctor, as BattleBots Fight Night continues. We are back on BattleBots Fight Night. Up next, we've got the winners of last season's Desperado tournament, the Bad Boys from Brazil, Black Dragon, facing off against the clingy grappler Kraken. And let's start with Kraken. The feisty Floridian Matt Spurk returns for his third season here at BattleBots. And what does Kenny Florian have in common with Kraken, you ask? It's not just his love for dressing up like a pirate. Kenny was something of a grappler himself.
I do love the puffy shirt look, Chris, but that's right, I have nothing but respect for the grapple game. The control approach isn't the flashiest, but Matt and Kraken come prepared every year to dirty it up in the box in the hunt for those valuable control points.
And they'll be squaring off against the Brazilians and Black Dragon. It was a long road to get here this season for Gabriel and his team, but not even a global pandemic could hold these guys back.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the enthusiasm this team brings to the battle box. You saw them showing Jenny earlier how prepared they are for every fight. They're going up against a stellar bot in Kraken. I can't wait to see these guys battle.
Should be a good matchup. Farouk, sound the battle cry.
In the blue square, from Itatiba, Brazil, it's Black Dragon!
Kenny, this bot's so impressive a year ago. It won the Desperado, lost to Lockjaw in the round of 16, but gained a ton of fans. And you'll notice, Kenny, they're not using that egg beater. They're going with the double disc as the weapon.
That's right, their double disc is actually their lightest weapon configuration, which lets them add some extra top armor to the bot to protect against Kraken's jaws. But don't let that fool you, this bot still packs a huge punch.
In the red square, from Titusville, Florida, it's Kraken!
Matt Spurk changed the tooth structure in the offseason. Kenny, this thing can now clamp down 12 times.
Yeah, and that's a huge advantage for a control bot like Kraken. More clamps means a little more room for error, especially when trying to get a hold of a feisty bot like Black Dragon.
Here we go, let's do this! We expect a great fight against Kraken. I think that the fight will depend on who has the most control over the 3 minutes. We are trying to prove that we can make deeper in the top 16. We want the top 16. We want to go like top 8, top 4, even the Giant Nut this year.
This is the battle of the beasts. It's Black Dragon versus Kraken. We've got a distinct advantage because our very narrow bottom jaw can just slide right between their two front forks. And as soon as we get that bottom jaw in there, We're shoving our teeth down through their weapon. We've done it before against Ribot. We're gonna do it again with Black Dragon. We're gonna bite them and drag them underwater.
Robots activate.
Woo! Here we go. It's game time, fellas.
And there's Kraken's mini-bot Narwhal. Let's see if it can avoid being dragon food.
Remember, bite is primary.
Let the bot battle begin.
Looks like Kraken wants to attack Black Dragon head on. Dragon almost had him there.
Oh, there you go. He has bitten down. This is exactly what Kraken wants to do.
Chris, Kraken got this clamp down before Black Dragon could fire up its weapon.
All right, ready? Flame now, flame now.
Oh, and we've got flames inside the battle box. Kraken releasing that fiery breath. And this is up close and personal. Black Dragon, though, has got to be careful not to get their internals scorched at all. So he's really got his teeth stuck into Black Dragon. And once again, he can carry him around the battle box for 30 seconds. Then it's a catch and release program.
And it's become a power battle right now. These guys have to be careful to not burn out their motors.
Back up.
Uh-oh.
I think I see a belt coming off of Black Dragon, Chris. That's not good.
Yeah, Kraken jumps out to the early lead in this fight. Oh my gosh, he just drove right into the teeth of Kraken again. Kraken's tooth, that left tooth, has been bent a bit.
Yeah, remember, Black Dragon has the more destructive primary weapon between these two.
Oh, Kraken almost swallowed up its own mini-bot Narwhal. Oh, nice shot by Black Dragon, who put Kraken at its dome. Team Black Dragon says we're not done yet.
That's a bite. Keep biting, bite.
Oh, he's got Black Dragon in the corner. He's just gonna try and pound him into the rails, but now Black Dragon pushing back.
Well, I think Kraken needs some braces. His teeth are a little crooked.
The Black Dragon has managed to punch their way back into this match, but Kraken has been in control of a large stretch of this one. Will these teams go the distance?
Very technical fight so far. Black Dragon hasn't been displaying the same kind of driving skills we've seen in the past.
Oh, he took one tooth off.
Something definitely happened to Kraken's teeth. That left tooth is a corner, and now Kraken gets popped on its head. Under a minute to go.
The Brazilians are mounting quite the comeback right now, Chris.
Kraken chasing after Black Dragon. Says, get in here, I'm hungry, my man. Under 30 seconds to go, and Kraken cannot bite down. He cannot clamp down all the way on Black Dragon, but he does have a solid hold of his opponent.
There it is.
There's some nice shots from the hammer. Kraken showing some excellent control right now, Chris.
Closing in on 10 seconds, so this one will go the distance. Kraken, impressive. Black Dragon nailed his opponent a few times as this one goes the full 3 minutes.
There it is! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! That's a fight! Yes! Woo!
So this one indeed goes to the judges. A very confident-looking Matt Spurk and Team Kraken. We'll see if the judges share their enthusiasm when we come back. Welcome back to BattleBots, where we have Black Dragon and Kraken eagerly awaiting a decision. After 3 minutes of robot combat, their fate now lies in the hands of the judges. This year, they are scoring on an 11-point scale. The biggest category is damage. You can award up to 5 points for a single bot or split the points as well. 3 points for aggression and 3 for control. We saw a very confident-looking Team Kraken before the break, but you can't earn points for that. Kenny, Kraken's game plan executed to perfection in the early going.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There's an early clamp there from Kraken as it bites down on Black Dragon, showing its power off there.
And there's the flame. I mean, you can't get much better of a start there.
But Kenny, as you mentioned before the fight, that grapple strategy isn't the flashiest.
Definitely not the flashiest, which is always a danger when you let it go to the judges. It's no secret that Kraken had full control of the match, but you can't forget that damage this season is worth more than control. Even without their spinner ever reaching full speed, Black Dragon was able to flip Kraken, land some effective shots, and even ripped out one of Kraken's teeth there.
Kraken with the toothless grin of a hockey player after this one. Time to find out what the judges saw. Here's Farouk.
The results from the judges are in. We have a split decision.
Come on. Come on.
Judge Derek scored the battle for Kraken.
Yes! Yes!
Judge Lisa scored the battle for Black Dragon.
Come on.
Judge Jason scored the battle for the winner, Black Dragon!
Gabriel, it's Chris and Kenny. Are you shocked?
Oh, it was awesome fight, man. Back and forth fight. We flipped them sometimes. They grab us a bunch of time of the fight, so could go on either way. Oh, awesome fight. 3-minute fight is awesome, so we are happy, very happy.
You know, when you look at the rules this season, damage obviously plays a big part in how many points you get, particularly when you use your primary weapon. Do you think that's why you got the nod from the judges?
Yeah, I think the points were pretty close, and we got the tough out, but they were an amazing team, an amazing match, so very good.
Gabriel, how frustrating is it when your robot is caught in the teeth of a Kraken?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard to be controlled. They have a strong bite, so it's, I can't describe the emotions, what I'm feeling right now. Lack words for that.
Let me see that smile, Gabriel. Let me see it. Yeah, there you go. Congratulations to you and Black Dragon on win number one this year.
Burn them all!
Burn them all! All right, where there's a winner, there is also a loser. So we bring in Matt Spurk, the captain of Kraken. Matt, are you shocked?
Yeah, I am. I thought we really took it to him in that match. That was the kind of fight we were looking for. 3 minutes, fire, biting, big sparks, and we got all of that. But we still thought we won, and obviously disappointed that we lost, but not disappointed with how Kraken did in that match. We'll get her fixed up. We'll come back out in the next one, be better than ever.
Once again, how many teeth did you bring with you?
We had the over-under at 9 teeth. We lost one big one. I'm not sure how many of the little ones we lost. We'll have to go back to the pits and count them. But we brought spares. We'll weld them on. Like I said, we'll be back in here ready for the next fight.
Yeah, we've got kind of an odd new rule in the 2020 version of BattleBots. With every tooth that your bot loses, we have to pull a tooth out of the captain's mouth. So you have to go see our orthodontist. We'll go take care of that before your next fight, okay, buddy?
I've been needing some dental work done, so that's all right.
Matt Spurk, thanks for being such a good sport.
Thanks, guys. It's always great to be here.
All right, it's never easy being a judge. Black Dragon literally snatching their first win of the season out of Kraken's mouth. And if you're Kraken, you have to wonder what more you have to do to impress the judges moving forward. Do you hear that, Kenny? You hear that? That's people typing on their keyboard at home, lighting up the decision right there. Hey, that's what you sign up for when you're a judge at BattleBots.
The internet is undefeated.
As always. All right, coming up, it is a clash, bash, and crash of the Titans. And the bigger they are, the bigger the scars. The big boys, mammoth, and huge face-off. That's next. We are back on BattleBots, and it's time right now to prove that size does indeed matter. And it is time for Mammoth versus Huge. Let's kick things off with Huge and Jonathan Schultz. This is a bot that's made an impression in each of its first 2 years, making it safely into the top 16, but not advancing any further. As for Jonathan Schultz, how big is his celebrity? Well, he actually saw a Halloween costume, not made of Huge, made of Jonathan Schultz. He said he was taken aback by that, but this is a team on the rise, Kenny.
No doubt about it, and they really feel like they're at home now and that they deserve to be here, which is a great sign. But, you know, I think when we first saw it, you know, we were impressed, obviously, by the size of the bot, but this thing can do some serious damage. It's a brilliant design, and here we have the perfect matchup against another gigantic bot.
By the way, I'm going as Kenny Florian next year for Halloween. I've already ordered my costume. 2 giant satellite dishes as my ears, and I'll throw a beard on.
Don't scare anyone with the mask.
All right, let's move on to Mammoth and Ricky Willems. It's year 2 for this project. And you know how, like, you go to school and then you come back after the summer, you're like, God, that kid grew. Well, the same thing can be said for Mammoth, which has grown from 6 feet tall to 6'4". I don't know if it's going through bot puberty or what is happening here. Last year was kind of a carnival act, like, hey, look at the bot with the beard. Now it's saying, you know what, I'm here to stay.
When in doubt, just go bigger. You know, Ricky is an interesting guy, and I love his creativity and how he really is thinking outside the box, literally, in order to, you know, build something new and different. And I just love this matchup. It's perfect.
It's going to be awesome. Farouk, bring out the big boys.
In the blue square, from Baltimore, Maryland, the incredible Bulk Mammoth!
Ricky Willems told us this bot can now throw refrigerators 10 feet in the air and 25 feet away. Did you check to make sure your fridge is still okay in the trailer?
Oh my goodness. You know, the first thing I noticed, it's a little bit wider, Chris, and it looks like that bot's gonna get better stability on the battle box floor.
In the red square, from South Windsor, Connecticut, it's hell on wheels, it's Huge!
Kenny, obviously, whenever you talk about Huge, you want to mention the wheels, but it's the spinning bar in the middle that will get them points in the judge's eyes.
Yeah, that's right, and that bar is actually 10 pounds heavier. It's longer than last season, and they now have a switch to actually turn the bar around. They can hit up like an uppercut, or they can hit down. So one little switch will change that. That is very different from last season.
Mammoth looks kind of the same, but it is 100% new. Everything is bigger, better, stronger. We're pretty excited. Our front legs, as they stick out, they're new this year. They are wider than Huge is. So if we funnel them in there, we should be able to walk them around wherever we want in the arena, get it ready, and chuck them out. Where we hit them, they're gonna do weird things as they fly through the air. I'm really excited to see what happens. They're finally gonna get a taste of their own medicine. This is the biggest matchup, literally and figuratively, that BattleBots has ever seen.
You need to look at all the things that Mammoth can hit that no one else can. We realized that this is how everybody else feels when they're gonna fight us. We're gonna spin downwards and run towards them, and every time we hit them, it'll push us a little deeper into Mammoth. It's the fight of 2 very different robots, but also 2 robots that are just embracing the same idea. We'll see if bigger is better or not.
Are you spinning down?
Robots activate.
The 2 biggest bots in the entire field, and only one can start the season out with a victory. Let the big bot battle begin. Oh, and Huge gets flipped, and how about Mammoth gets put on its head?
A little gymnastics from Mammoth here to start the fight.
That was a big do?
And how's that for a self-right from Mammoth?
But it looks like their weapon bar may be bent. Whoa! Whoa! Wow, yeah, Kenny, these two are now intertwined. It looks like a pair of moose in mating season.
That huge blade is millimeters away from Mammoth's wheel, and that would be lights out for Mammoth.
Mammoth trying to politely excuse itself from the table. Finally they are able to separate. Well done, gentlemen.
Right now, it seems like the length and size of Mammoth is kind of saving it right now, Chris.
It's amazing because Mammoth, it looks like a... Whoa! Mammoth head over heels in the battle box.
How is that thing able to do that?
Oh, my God! Unbelievable acrobatics. You don't see that out of an athlete that's 6'4" usually.
It's crazy.
Now the question is, are the main weapons doing any damage so far?
I think Huge is confused as to how to attack Mammoth.
Oh! Uh-oh! Mammoth pulling Huge into the screws, keeping the pressure on Kenny.
Woo! Wow.
See the pulverizer coming down and maybe trying to do some damage. Those are controlled by the teams. And look at Mammoth trying to push Huge out of the battle box. And in fact, look at the interesting strategy. The pulverizer is down on one of Huge's wheels.
I don't know if Huge is able to get out of there right now because it's kind of pinned by Mammoth. Mammoth cutting off the battle box like a boxer.
Oh! He just knocked him out of the box! Mammoth, are you kidding me? Oh! We did it! One wheel in! One wheel out! It sounds kind of like the hokey pokey kitty, but what it really all means is Huge is in some serious trouble, and Mammoth taking a ride on the teacups in celebration.
What a shot! Mammoth has just won this fight, Chris.
Huge cannot free itself. Mammoth starts off 2020 with a knockout win.
What a knockout by Mammoth.
Ricky Willems screaming to the heavens in celebration, and so he should. What a knockout. Kenny, were you shocked with the way that Mammoth took control of this fight from the onset?
Absolutely, I was shocked. This fight was ridiculous. But getting stuck up against the battle box and not being able to get out of there is one of the things that Huge has been able to avoid in previous seasons. Mammoth showed us a lot of things that we have never seen before in the battle box, and I salivate when I think about a lot of the future matchups for that bot.
Yeah, so Ricky Willems and Mammoth, they had a game plan. It was to basically pop a wheel over the railing. That's what happened. Ricky, is that the design Mammoth celebration?
We planned that for weeks. Every choreographed move. Oh my God.
Why are you so out of breath?
Did you see that? Back flips, front flips.
Ricky, you look surprised. From our standpoint, it looked like a huge upset here. No pun intended. Did you see it going down this way?
Oh, I mean, I thought that was what was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to look that spectacular in the process. Holy crap. I mean, I knew we would pop up in the air when we hit them. I knew they'd pop up in the air. I didn't know we'd be flipping on top of ourselves, flipping on top of them. I didn't know our weapon was going to bend in half like that. I had no idea, apparently. I thought I knew. I was not prepared.
Jonathan Schultz and Team Huge, they're no joke, man. They're a legit team. Knowing what you know now, how far can you go?
Top 16, top 8, the championship. I don't think there's a limit.
Hey, Ricky, here's the good news. We do have oxygen and a medic on standby if you need it. Are you okay?
Thank you, guys. I am more than okay. I'm spectacular. I could not be better. Thank you all.
Congratulations. We'll see you for your next fight. Kenny, we've been doing this 5 seasons now. I ain't never witnessed something like that before.
That fight was ridiculous. Godzilla versus King Kong, whatever it is you want to compare it to. Yeah, I was just speechless.
All right, coming up, winner, 2 beginners. Kind of. It's Claw Viper and Hijinks, their breakout bout next. on BattleBots Fight Night. We're 4 fights into an action-packed fight card here tonight. Right now, we got a pair of brand new bots led by familiar faces. And let's start with Claw Viper, led by Kevin Milcheski. He used to drive the midi bot for Team Warhawk. Now spreading his wings, he's got his own team, and he's bringing a ton of confidence into the box. He told us this is a top 4 robot. Okay.
Yeah, this guy knew his bot inside and out. I mean, any question we had for him, he had the answer. He can win this fight.
He'll be taking on Team Hijinks, led by Jen Herkenroder. She's spent time since 2016 with Team Scorpius. She moves from the assistant's chair and now is the lead dog. She said, listen, I gotta be honest with you. I'm a little anxious, I'm a little nervous, I'm a lot excited. That's what you like to hear out of a first-time captain.
Definitely, but she does have a lot of responsibility being a captain. She said it's like juggling 100 balls in the air. And, you know, this is definitely an experimental bot here. And she says, you know, to have that first fight, and we're going to learn a lot about our bot and what it can do.
And by the way, it's an announcer's nightmare. It's Herkenroder and Milcheski. Got it out of the system.
Good job.
Farouk, take it away.
In the blue square, from Seattle, Washington, here to reign, it's Claw Viper!
Kevin Milcheski, a software engineer from Seattle. Kenny, he told us his bot can go from 0 to 20 in a half second.
Yeah, that's really impressive if it's true. I believe that would make it the fastest accelerating bot in the history of BattleBots. Combined with that strong front wedge and a powerful lifter, this could be a very impressive bot, Chris.
In the red square, from Santa Rosa, California, the spinster of offense, Hijinks!
Jen is actually a former art major at the University of Maryland, and that is a good-looking bot, Kenny.
It's a great-looking bot, and Jen's hoping more than just looks can kill. Hijinks has that devastating 68-pound horizontal bar, but it takes about 3 seconds to spin up to full speed, so she'll have to drive smart if she's going to bank her first W here tonight.
Right now, in tonight's fight, we've swapped from the long blade to the stout blade. The stout blade has no lightning holes and performs better under load. It also has a slightly lower moment of inertia, so we can spin it up faster, which is important because Claw Viper is a very fast robot on its wheels. Our strategy is to fend off Claw Viper while they box rush us, cause they're gonna, and give ourselves enough time to spin up to full and then turn around and go in full hard.
So Hijinks has a whole lot of kinetic energy in their weapon, so we've bolted a 35-pound big hunk of steel to the front of the robot that we're going to throw into there with spinner, get it to stop so we can bring our lifter into play and throw him out of the arena. It's absolutely critical for us to get a win this fight because we want to impress the selection committee. If we can beat them convincingly, I think it sets us up on the right stage to move forward in the rest of the tournament.
Robots activate.
Kenny, Claw Viper can do 0 to 20 in a half second. That's versus a 3-second spin up for Hijinks. Sounds like a race to the start here.
Absolutely. If Claw Viper is as fast as Kevin says, Hijinks need to avoid the box rush to give itself time to spin up.
All right, let's bring in our bot whisperer. Peter, how do you see it?
Well, with Hijinks, they're using their shorter blade that is a much faster spin-up time. So they're definitely planning on giving a couple of good knocks to Claw Viper. But Claw Viper, you know, he's a brick. If he stops that blade and gets a good grab in the middle, boom, it's up and over in a suplex.
actually crossed the battle box in 1.1 seconds, according to Kevin.
Oh, man, he gets right under. And now trying to use that claw to its advantage. Hijinks, kind of a sitting duck and takes one right on the kisser.
Yeah, right now you can see that speed is a major factor, major advantage here for Claw Viper.
Hijinks has got to get out of the corner. That is a terrible spot for it. You got to get moving. Take those little wheels, get out of the corner, or you're going to be in trouble. Heads up!
Oh, big hit. And that's where that width is really a big-time disadvantage. It's not able to turn as quickly as, say, Claw Viper right now.
Oh! Huge hit there. You see the pulverizer with that 100-pound hammerhead dropping down. Oh, and it lands one right on the noggin.
And this is just tremendous control here from Claw Viper.
Orion Beach, the driver of Hijinks, has got to do something like get out of the claw of Claw Viper, who's now just taking Hijinks for a spin around the box.
He's trying to make him dizzy, Chris.
And now he's just popping that bot around the box at will. Oh no, a sitting duck.
Yeah, its weapon is working, but Hijinks is not moving.
Oh no, the countdown has started. This is going to do it. Claw Viper with the impressive KO.
All right.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
Kenny, Claw Viper wasn't choking when it said it might be the fastest spot here.
Yeah, that thing is lightning fast. Just going underneath, going over the top, hitting him from the side. Really, it was all Claw Viper in this fight.
It's got a lot of toys to play with.
It sure does. Again, speed really was the deciding factor in this one, and the fact that it was so low to the ground. Yeah, that really was the finishing blow right there. You see, the primary weapon of Hijinks is working, but when the bot's not moving, the fight's over.
Kevin, you all smiles there after win number one?
Oh, heck yeah, that was great. Lifter got knocked out on, I think, the first hit because his weapon is insane, but Drive kept working, was able to beat him up, and my robot lasted longer than his, so I'm walking away with the win.
You know, you said you probably had the fastest bot in the competition. It seemed like speed really was the key to winning this fight.
Yeah, I was trying to go at him fast and hard, stop him from getting that blade up to full speed. Just keep on him, you know, every time we hit, I just spun back around, came back, hit him again. Just wanted to not let him get up to full speed.
Kevin, what's your heart rate right now?
I don't know, but I should probably check a doctor because it's going real fast.
But that's a good thing, isn't it?
It's great. I won.
Kevin, congratulations on win number one.
Thank you so much, Chris.
And for Hijinks, it's better luck next time. That weapon's going to be scary once they get it all dialed in. Coming up, the kid gloves, they come off. Two juveniles get delinquent as Perfect Phoenix meets Extinguisher. That's next. Welcome back to BattleBots. We've got two bots ready to rattle. It's a youth movement in the battle box as Perfect Phoenix makes its debut against Extinguisher. But while they're getting dialed in, our own Jenny Taft caught up with Ricky Willems to get his take on Mammoth's giant victory over Huge.
Ricky, Team Mammoth, you guys wanted Huge. You got Huge.
What a fight, right?
It felt like you could have lost like multiple times.
Yeah.
3 in my estimation.
We had no idea how close we came to losing.
Oh! Mammoth gets put on its head!
There are big chunks missing out of this
Show me,
robot.
please. Yeah. What are you looking at?
The first one that we saw is just, there's like a half a fist-sized hole here in this upright. I knew they wanted to come in here and decapitate us.
Whoa!
If this tube gets blasted in half, we collapse.
You're done.
There's no strength if that's not a triangle.
Yeah.
These tubes have to not get hit. There's no armor here. It's just structural strength. What really terrified us, Jonathan is a good driver. He's fought a lot of spinners. He was going to go for our chain.
Yes.
Look how close he came here.
Less than an inch.
Half an inch. If it was a half an inch over, our chain would have exploded. We would have been dead in the
That
water.
would have been it.
No weapon which would let him get as close as he wanted, do whatever he wanted to us.
Right.
How'd you pull it off?
Oh, I mean, clearly size, right?
Obviously.
No, our drive speed. I'm just learning how to drive this thing in the arena with how fast it is.
And you have made so many improvements to the speed.
Everything is different, and we weren't even half speed in that fight. So we've got a long way to go to make sure that I'm as nimble as the robot can be.
I know you guys respect Huge, you respect Jonathan and what he's done. What does it mean to you to beat him?
Jonathan and Huge, they are the original meta breakers, right? They are the team that came in and shook everything up by doing something completely outside the box. We wanted to do that again, turned up to 11. This just validates that we did what we came for. If we want to prove ourselves, we need to come back and we need to take out serious, normal competitors. Okay. Vertical spinners, horizontal spinners. I want to take out half the top 16.
Sure.
If we can do that, we have established ourselves. We're here. We're enormous, but we're serious.
Just realized I'm literally standing
under the robot.
This is not the right place to be. The titanium tootsies, worrisome. Congrats, guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
So it came down to mere inches in a fight between giants. Great stuff, Jenny. All right, coming up, Perfect Phoenix and Extinguisher prepare to make their way into the box.
But as they power their pistons, let's take a look at tonight's epic main event. It's Hydra and Witch Doctor.
Oh, huge hit! It's Witch Doctor!
Yeah! The other seasons, we were kind of an up-and-comer who had some potential.
Oh, no! Red Devil trying to cut into the top of Witch Doctor here. Looks like Witch Doctor's gonna make it the distance.
Advancing to the finals, Witch Doctor!
But now, after our amazing run last season, Witch Doctor has a gigantic target on its back.
Oh! Witch Doctor on fire right now.
Love us or hate us, I think we've earned respect as a top competitor here this year.
Witch Doctor is well overrated.
Hydra!
I mean, proving yourselves 1 year when you don't do that great every other year.
Unbelievable!
It seems like a fluke.
You've built an amazing robot, very impressive run.
Next year should be better. This year, Hydra is going to be more powerful than last year. We have a new front end, so hopefully nobody can get underneath us, and it's got twice as much power as it had last year.
Oh, there's no mercy from Hydra!
I'm hoping to wreck the battle box floor with the bots landing on it.
Uh-oh, here comes Witch Doctor.
Oh! They just flew up 50 feet up in the air!
We don't have enough armor to really take a big attack. But for the flipper, the easiest way to do anything is just to get them out of the arena. Then you win automatically.
Oh! Yeah!
Witch Doctor could survive 1,000,000 flips, but it can't fall out of the arena.
Oh! He just broke the clock monitor!
This match against Hydra is going to set the tone for the whole tournament.
Oh! Another huge hit!
Seems like it should be a slam dunk for me.
Hydra just might be the most powerful flipper in the game.
If we win this match, we're definitely primed to be that top seed. And that's going to be critical to winning the Giant Nut.
Oh! These hits are devastating!
This is the match that we have to prove everything.
And there's the flip.
If we can go at it, people are going to be shaking in their boots to have to go matched up against Hydra.
We are back on BattleBots Fight Night, and Kenny, Florian, I cannot wait for this next bout, because here is where dreams come true. We've got Tyler Wynn. He is the captain of the bot Perfect Phoenix. He says he's been dreaming of this moment ever since he was 5 years old. He waited for years and years to finally safely arrive inside the battle box. Did I mention that Tyler is 11 years old? He has been Mensa since the age of 4. It is nothing short of remarkable.
I mean, the kid has been driving bots since he was 5, and he has a world champion Ray Billings in his corner. Talk about the right stuff.
Truth be told, Tyler's mom, Julie Johnson, has been dating Ray Billings for several years, and so Tyler was always infatuated with BattleBots, and Ray, as you said, has been a mentor. He told us he might be the smartest person in the entire building, like no joke, IQ of 156 and off the charts. We can't wait to see him. Now, by comparison, his opponent tonight should be checking the mail for his AARP card. John Flack is an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Florida. His bot is called Extinguisher.
That's right. Now, we saw him last season. Struggled a little bit with his robot, of course, but he believes he's rectified a lot of the issues. That hammer is going to be swinging much harder. It's a 20-pound hammer. It's going to be more durable, more reliable, so I can't wait to see what kind of bot he brought this season.
Should be a ton of fun to watch. Farouk, show us how it's done.
In the blue square, from Herndon, Virginia, the baby-faced thriller, Perfect Phoenix!
There he is on the right, 11-year-old Tyler Wynn, about to make his dream of competing here at BattleBots come true. Kenny, I'm not so sure I could have even spelled BattleBots when I was his age, let alone build one.
Spelling can be tough, Chris, but this kid is truly impressive. He's actually been gifted the base of his bot from three-time world champion Paul Ventimiglia and hopes to use his aggressive driving style to drive that newly upgraded AR500 blade right into Extinguisher.
And there with him is his buddy Sawyer, whose dad Roy is a member of Team Tombstone.
In the red square, from Tampa, Florida, I need this bot because I'm on fire. It's Extinguisher!
John Flack went 1-3 in his debut season a year ago. Already this bot looks better, Kenny.
Much better, Chris. The Flax made a ton of upgrades to the bot in the offseason, including ramping up its top speed to an impressive 23 miles per hour. And the bot also has a new 20-pound hammer that John hopes can disable the primary weapon of Perfect Phoenix.
Well, tonight I'm battling Extinguisher, and I'm pretty nervous since it's my first fight, but it should be a pretty good, even matchup for both of us. I'm using the default, floppy lower wedge configuration as opposed to the hard anti-spinner wedge configuration. So I'm still only like 11, but I'm ready to be, but I'm ready to smash up the competition and try to go all the way to the finals.
Perfect Phoenix doesn't have a lot of top armor under their spinning bar. So we're using our hammer module along with our heaviest wedge so that we can box rush them off the start. Our drivetrain is capped at about 35 miles an hour. So we're just gonna use that drive speed and torque to stay right on them and not let them get away from us to spin up at all.
You good? Okay, all right.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right.
Robots activate.
Here we go. 11-year-old Tyler Wynn. 18-year-old John Flack. Anybody else feeling old?
That is a very speedy bot and Extinguisher, and I think Extinguisher may be extinguished at this point.
Holy smokes, Perfect Phoenix is just sitting back and wondering if Extinguisher can even move. His weapon is working, but he has lost his drivetrain ability.
Dude, we can't lose. Come on.
He's trying to do whatever he can to show some sort of transitional movement.
I need to see some movement. You got to show me you got some kind of control.
I see how we're trying to move.
Hey,
yeah, the countdown has started. Extinguisher cannot move. And just like that, 11-year-old Tyler Wynn has his first BattleBots victory.
That's it.
Well, first fight, first victory. Dreams do come true for Tyler Wynn. Kenny, do not blink. This one was a quick one.
Yeah. Tyler went out there and kind of played the bullfighter, just got out of the way. Extinguisher rammed into the side of the box, and then it was that counter shot. One and done for Perfect Phoenix, and it was a perfect knockout.
All it takes is one solid knock, and it is over.
Wow.
Tyler Wynn, over here. No, to your left. There you are. No, to your right. Turn. Right there. Right there. Yes. Double thumbs up, buddy. How excited are you?
I'm very excited for that battle. I won. I mean, like I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be. I mean, like I was like really like surprised at like the power of my weapon there. Like beating them in one hit.
What was your strategy coming into this
well,
fight,
my strategy,
Tyler?
I knew they would box rush me because I'm a horizontal spinner, and like I thought they would do like in season 1, Bite First versus Tombstone, where they like tried to box rush me. So I left the square at an angle, and they did just what I thought they would do. So then what happened is I turned around and hit them, and it looks like that hit was big enough so that their bot turned off and cut out, and that was it.
Did we keep you up past your bedtime, or are you still good to go?
I'm good to go. I go to bed at a reasonable hour every night because I have to do online school.
Tyler, you are amazing. Congratulations to you and Sawyer. Rest up because you've got AP Chemistry in the morning and pre-calc. So enjoy that, and we will talk to you soon. You're 1-0, buddy. That sounds pretty good. Give it a thumbs up. Celebrate.
Celebrate!
Yeah.
Celebrate!
That was nothing short of sensational. No joke. Ray Billings told us this kid is a good enough driver, and obviously he's smart enough, where he could win the Giant Nut in 2 years. He might be selling himself short on something like that.
Well, again, it was a spectacular win. Obviously shows a lot of promise. I can't wait to see more of him.
All right, coming up, it's the fight we've been waiting for. It's the main event as Witch Doctor looks to cast her destructive spell on Hydra, one of the most dangerous bots here. Jenny Taft, how are our builders doing back in the pits?
Witch Doctor is well aware that there's a target on their back, given their runner-up finish last year. And Andrea told me they didn't want to make a lot of changes to the bot because the bot is already functioning well, but she did make the self-rider faster. Witch Doctor is prepared to win. They want to win, and even though their team is smaller, they're not going to let that get in the way. And as for Jake and Hydra, he made it very clear he is here to win the nut. And frankly, he said Witch Doctor is a bit overrated. We'll see about that.
Hydra, Witch Doctor, next. Here we go. 11-year-old Tyler Wynn.
This is my first fight. I just knocked out Extinguisher.
Oh, big shot early on.
I think I got a good hit. The wheel axles were kind of like bent out of shape. But other than that damage, the shock from the impact might have like gone into the other robot, hit a critical component like a speed controller or a battery, and that was lights out. I'm feeling quite confident. I have no damage whatsoever to the BattleBot. It came out of the arena like it came into the arena.
You good?
I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right.
Ray was like standing right here and right then. And he's like kind of like mentored like me through this BattleBot's process, and he like helped me like starting the battle, fighting the battle, finishing the battle.
And just like that, 11-year-old Tyler Wynn has his first BattleBots victory. We are back on BattleBots Fight Night, and Kenny Florian, it is time right now for our main event, and oh, it is so tasty. Let's start with last year's runner-up, Witch Doctor. Andrea and Mike Galately, they are back, and they said, listen, we're not going to make the same mistake that other past runners-up like Bombshell and Minotaur did. We're not going to totally change our weapons and our configuration and everything else just to make that next leap. They're like, we've got a great bot. We should be okay.
Witch Doctor was pretty unstoppable last season. They just fell short in that final, but they have made just a few tweaks to Witch Doctor. I mean, it's even better this season.
Nice draw right out of the gate. You get Hydra, which was so impressive a year ago, making its BattleBots debut. Jake Ewart told us, listen, The loss last year in the round of 16 to Minotaur is still with him to this point. It is going to drive him, hopefully, all the way to the giant nut.
Yeah, he has redesigned the whole front end. He has many more configurations as far as armor goes, and it's even more powerful as a flipper than it was last season, which is hard to imagine.
You ready to check this fight out?
Oh,
It's going to
man,
be a
I
good
can't
one. Farouk, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's robot fighting time! In the blue square, he's launched bots all over from London to Boston. Get too close and he'll stun you like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Hydra said so. It's Hydra!
Hydra 4-0 a year ago before being KO'd by Minotaur just 42 seconds in the round of 16. And Kenny's got now 5 different configurations for his weapon based on his opponent.
I mean, look at that thing. That thing is very intimidating, and it's not just all looks. That thing is devastating as well.
In the red square, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Witch Doctor's here, and you're in trouble. 'Cause when you meet this doctor eye to eye, life's a witch, and then you die. It's Witch Doctor!
What a great 2019 for this crew. 7-1 overall. That lone loss in the final against Bite Force. They still got that voodoo working. We'll see if they've got the good mojo as well.
Absolutely. They say they have a better self-righting mechanism this season. They are ready to go.
Two great drivers, two aggressive teams. It should be an amazing main event. Pete, all 4 of Hydra's victories came via the knockout. So would it be safe to say that Witch Doctor wants a longer, more drawn-out fight?
Yes, but it's going to be tough for Hydra because Witch Doctor is a very stout bot. They've really got the ability to sort of probably survive some of these flying in the air, landing hard on corners. So they might outlast Hydra and then at least start chewing on the top.
Well, it's time to find out who's best in the early part of the 2020 season.
What's going there, Mikey boy?
Hey, buddy.
You ready for this?
Yeah, you?
You better be.
All right. Hope you brought extra frames, bud.
For the main event, hope you are too. Hydra and Witch Doctor. Let the battle begin. Whoa! Holy smokes, Witch Doctor goes 15 feet in the air, courtesy of Hydra. Wow. And again, Mike Delaney, one of the best drivers in BattleBots, has got to get out of the corner. He's taking shots to the pulverizer, and he pops himself to get himself free.
There you go, there you go. You got his arm, you got his arm.
Witch
Doctor's gonna have to battle back here. Hydra starting off amazingly well.
And the key for Witch Doctor, get free of Hydra, and then do some damage just like that.
That was the shot Witch Doctor wanted. Witch Doctor's in big trouble though with our weapon.
That's okay, that's okay.
Oh no, it's having problems staying on track here. Whoa! Another huge flip, and Witch Doctor landed on Hydra, and another, and another, and another baby flip.
That self-righting mechanism for Witch Doctor is working though, that's a good sign.
Hydra doesn't have enough oomph in its lifter and its flipper to do more damage to Witch Doctor. Yes!
Well, this is not a good sign because they're wobbling. They cannot stay low to the floor. Hydra is just dominating right now.
And this is even worse news for Witch Doctor. It is smoking. It is overheating. 100 seconds into this fight. Oh! Witch Doctor gets put on its head, but still rights itself. This has the makings of an instant classic.
Get in there, James.
Witch Doctor burning up. Hit after hit from Hydra.
But look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Showing such heart. Oh no, Witch Doctor's up on the screws. Can it free itself? Hydra is coiled and ready to strike. Oh, and there we go. Witch Doctor spit out by the screws.
It's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over.
Unbelievable.
There's been a lot of knockout shots here from Hydra. I mean, how about the chin from Witch Doctor, huh?
But Kenny, Hydra now suddenly seems to be having trouble moving. I mean, Jake Buert's bot is just crab walking in the blue square there. This would be a disaster for Team Hydra.
Hydra, I need to see some real controlled movement here.
I'm not sure if they're hung up or they're hurt.
All right, we're getting out of there.
Witch Doctor still leaking smoke from every crevice, but very much mobile and still alive.
Oh my goodness, this would be absolutely heartbreaking for Hydra.
He's dead, he's dead. Count him down.
10, 9, 8.
Oh no, he's moving, he just went forward.
And the countdown is now stopped. Hydra with new life, and Witch Doctor back on the attack. Is Hydra gonna make it the distance? He is indeed. And when the smoke settles, these two have gone the distance. An amazing fight between Hydra and Witch Doctor as this one goes to the judges.
Well, that went about how I expected it.
A tough call for Derek Young, Lisa Winter, and Jason Bardis. They will have tremendous insight because they are all former BattleBots participants. I gotta tell you, Kenny, from the get-go, Hydra did exactly what it wanted.
Well, this is what happens when you get two legendary teams involved. It was Hydra landing what would have knocked out many teams out of the competition. I mean, look at the flips and how robust is Witch Doctor to take all that damage?
Unreal, and then Witch Doctor delivered a major shot of its own.
A major shot is right, but it comes at a cost. You can see that belt break loose from Witch Doctor's primary weapon, and the bot just never looked right after that.
Witch Doctor started wobbling and smoking, limping in the box. The flips, they just kept on coming from Hydra. Witch Doctor even got caught momentarily in the screws as well. And then this is where things got interesting. Hydra apparently got caught on something in the blue square and had trouble moving. There was actually a 10-second countdown that started happening. And then all of a sudden, Hydra started moving yet again, Kenny.
Yeah, that's right. I think I couldn't tell if it was a motor issue. I mean, clearly there was something going on. Because it's so low to the ground, and that's kind of the nature of what you want in a flipper, it was also getting stuck in the battle box as well.
What a tough, tough call for the judges.
The results from the judges are in. We have a split decision. Judge Lisa scored the battle for Hydra. Judge Jason scored the battle for Witch Doctor. Judge Derek scored the battle for the winner, Hydra!
Yes! Let's do this! Yeah!
Now the camera's in my face. Look at these two guys. Look at these two guys.
Hi, Jake Ewart.
Hey.
Congratulations.
What's up? You guys knew I'd be back here, right?
We did. Were you nervous when you heard there is a split decision?
Of course. I mean, it was battle. It was back and forth. I mean, I got enough flips in, hopefully, to have the battle. But, I mean, they were smoking, so hopefully that was enough to make the split decision.
Jake, there was a lot that happened in that fight, so please do your best in taking us through this fight.
The worst part was I knew they were going to be dangerous upside down, worse than when they were up, you know, right side up, because when they flip upside down, they're going to hit me on the top and do more damage and whatnot. But my front end worked most of the time, so, I mean, I could get underneath them. I should have been a little more trigger happy, I think, and flip earlier. That way their weapon didn't get too close to me. But they took some good chunks out of me, and we're just going to have to get it ready for next night.
So, Jake, when you are caught and you could not move and the referee starts to count you out after you'd been so dominant throughout the fight, what goes through your mind?
What goes through my mind? I knew exactly what was happening. My speed controllers were overheating. All I had to do was wait, let them cool down, and then I could start moving again at the end of the second. And just to show movement is all you needed to do to get that judge's decision, I would guess.
All right, so finally, what happens if you walk back into that Ewart household in the great state of Wisconsin and you're not holding the giant nut?
Yeah, if I don't win that giant nut, I'm going to get slack for the next year until we come back again. So it better be nut or bust.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Team Hydra. You are off to an amazing start. A job well done against a very worthy foe.
Thanks, guys. You always do good work, too, I guess.
Andrea, you are wearing that mask. I can't tell if you're smiling at all because that fight was unbelievable. Is there any satisfaction even though there was a loss?
I mean, how could you not be smiling after a match like that? We had a great season last year, so they threw us to the big dogs right away. We knew which doctor had to be 100%. Obviously, Hydra was 100%. They drove an incredible fight, and this stuff happens. I think it was a 50-50 either way. Hopefully, we get our rematch once the robot is back together.
For my money, that was one of the best fights in BattleBot's history. Mike, your driving was on full display there. Were you nervous when you got flipped up in the air to start that fight?
Yeah, of course. I mean, thank you for the kind words, but I think I drove pretty poorly, and I think it showed there. Jake took full advantage of, you know, after that first flip, Jake was on us the whole time and really didn't let us recover. I think one of the discs broke after the first or second flip, and, you know, the weapon really had to be 100% for us to be able to take on Hydra.
I don't know a whole lot of drivers that would have been able to come back from that, though, man. Defensively, you showed some excellent driving. What does this say about your bot, though? I mean, it's tremendously durable.
Yeah, and you know, Witch Doctor's kind of known for having a little bit of a rough start, and we always pull it together. This season's going to be no different. So it's just because we didn't win our first fight, don't count us out yet.
Andrea and Mike Galately and Team Witch Doctor, I know it didn't go the way that you wanted here on night one, but it was awfully entertaining. Thanks for the thrills.
Thank you.
All right, Kenny, after watching that display of power, is Hydra the bot to beat this season?
Man, listen, based on what we saw last season in Hydra and based on what we saw tonight, Hydra has to be one of the favorites right now.
No question. Remember, they went undefeated in the regular season before bowing out in the round of 16 a season ago. That is a story to watch throughout the night. So that's going to do it for us, for Jenny Taft and Farouk and our bot whisperer Peter and my man Kenny Florian. I'm Chris Rose. We'll see you next time on BattleBots.